It is a message so powerful that people like you and I are willing to travel great distances to hear it. It's a message so powerful that throughout history, men have been willing to fight and die for it. Campaign for Liberty has continued to provide us with the best training available so that our grassroots may continue to hone our skills for maximum effectiveness. In 2007, I had never been involved in politics before, and today I'm the Virginia C4L State Director. I'm fortunate enough to be part of a national network of grassroots activists who are using our political prowess to force state legislatures all over the country to invoke the 10th Amendment against intrusive federal laws like Real ID, Obamacare, and the NDAA, and we are successfully stopping them at our borders. We've wielded our political might to force the repeal of countless bad state laws, and we've stopped local ordinances dead in their tracks that would rob us of liberty and property. And let's not forget the national campaign to audit the Fed that garnered the support of 3/4 of the House because of all the grassroots pressure by people like you just a few weeks ago. And despite the opposition of establishment party leaders, we, the grassroots, elected a new wave of leaders like Congressman Justin Amash of Michigan, Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky, and Senator Mike Lee of Utah in 2010. And this is only the beginning, folks, because in 2012, we're going to blow the lid off of Congress with many more liberty leaders. And in spite of all the obstacles from party leaders, Iowa Ron Paul campaign co-chair A.J. Spiker was elected to serve as the Iowa GOP state chairman. And Virginia's own Chris Stearns was elected as Virginia's 3rd District GOP chairman, and Chris was also elected to serve on the RNC Platform Committee. Many others were elected as chairman of their county GOP and to serve on state central committees, which is the governing body of the GOP. Folks, this wasn't by accident. Ron Paul has long encouraged us to engage in the process, and we had learned that the only way to ensure fair elections was for us to oust the corrupt party leaders who would dare to stand in our way and reshape the party from within. Cheating party leaders are fighting much harder than ever. Many of you have witnessed it firsthand. They will stop at nothing to remain in power. But the truth is, they're scared. The Campaign for Liberty grassroots has accomplished more in 4 years than other grassroots organizations have been able to accomplish in decades, and they know we're gaining on them. They're hanging by a thread, and it's only a matter of time before they lose their grip, and we will win. Like Thomas Jefferson, we at Campaign for Liberty have an obsession, and it's called liberty. And you mark my words, we will stop at nothing to reclaim the Republic and restore the Constitution. And just like many of you, 5 years ago, I had no political experience. But today, I'm helping to lead Dr. Paul's revolution in Virginia, and I want you to join us at Campaign for Liberty and help restore free markets, individual liberty, sound money, constitutional principles, and a common sense foreign policy, because we are the future. Thank you, and God bless you.
Dr. Ron Paul, more than 4,000 babies delivered, a man of faith, committed to protecting life.
You know, you just knew that Ron cared about you. Life begins at conception, in my opinion, and as a result, I love to go to a doctor who felt the same way.
He not only protects unborn life, but he also walks through journeys with women, and he has for years.
Ron did not let Washington change him.
I love the fact that he hadn't changed in all these years. Ron's still the same guy, still saying the same things, and now all these years later, still standing his ground.
It's not hard for someone who is a Christian and who truly believes to stay on the right path, and I think that's what kind of person Ron Paul is.
America has to have someone like Ron Paul today. There is no question.
I'm Ron Paul, and I approve this message.
Well, you all followed for the last 2, 3, 4, 8 years the activities in the state of Nevada. And you saw that the Ron Paul people came to the ascendancy. And they did so well 4 years ago that the party was ready for them this year. But the man behind all of that work, and a man who helped energize so many others and gives the credit to so many others, is our hero of liberty and one of our first sons of liberty. Inside the movement, we'll call him the mechanic, because he figures out how to get it done. Please welcome the vice chairman from Clark County, Nevada. That's Las Vegas. Here he is. Welcome, Carl Bunce.
Patriots! Before I make my comments, I want to recognize my fellow Nevadans. Without their tireless efforts and inspiration, I would not be standing here now. Nevada, please stand and say hello to your fellow patriots. I love you guys. We are all here because we have love for our families, our friends, and our liberties. We have awoken to the sad truth that our liberties are under attack by the tyranny of good intentions. This tyranny is orchestrated by people that believe when they give us a single choice or several decided by a bureaucratic committee, they are freeing us from the burden of making our own decisions. Bastiat wrote centuries ago that good intentions are not enough to justify the pervasive and intrusive acts of government. He labeled such government intrusion as false philanthropy. He, like Dr. Paul, reminded us that the unintended consequences of such intervention can never be justified, and the results are often become far worse than the intended good. I think we all utterly reject that mindset. I want to talk to you about Nevada, a strong libertarian stronghold. Some of you are aware of what happened to us in 2008. Dr. Paul's supporters were so well organized that we basically were on our way to electing 94% of the national delegates in support of Congressman Paul. Before we could complete our elections and certify our delegates, the lights were literally turned out on us. The party leadership snuck out the back door, and the convention was illegally shut down. This was heartbreaking for us, but I have to tell you, that single event gave us the direction and stamina to get to the point that we are at today. Some of you had similar tactics used against you this year in your conventions, either a complete shutdown or some type of lack of process or break of process. I have a crystal ball. I want to tell you where most of you will be in 2 to 4 years' time, and that is in control of your local and state Republican parties. This is something I can almost guarantee if you learn from Nevada. I view Nevada as a flagship in the liberty movement. We are working hard